Now, this is video provided by police, which shows the target of this investigation on the ground. Investigators believe at some point the attackers poured beer on him. They say the attackers used sticks and poles to beat the man, kicking, hitting, and stomping him all over his body. Investigators say seconds before, the victim walked into the club and began calling patrons the N-word. Once outside, the video shows him continuing to do so, according to police.
What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this Monday evening, and I hope you guys had a very nice, relaxing day off along with the weekend, okay? I'm sure some of you may have already heard about this particular story that took place in Holly Springs, Mississippi on May 18th, where you had this sub over here to your left just willy-nilly walked up in CJ's Lounge, a club, nightclub there, you know, and decided he wanted to clown and disrespect, you know, and call the good people there the N-word, okay? Now, the thing is this, as a result of that happening, you know, they basically put this man out of the club, you see. And he decided he wanted to come back in, you know, and violently assault. And that's what actually brung this correction up on his ass. You see what I'm saying? When he went and came back in there, physically assaulted one of the security guards there, okay? But now the city of Mississippi there, you know, in that area, Holly Springs, want to basically paint this nightclub owner right here, I don't know his name, you know, as maintaining a common nuisance and saying that he does not have a liquor license and what have you. And also they are investigating this situation, that what took place at that club with this sub right here that went in there disrespecting those people there with the N-word as a hate crime, okay? Now, the only hate crime I've seen that basically took place is what the sub came and did to those people in CJ's Lounge, okay? And that's just what it boils down to. But without further ado, let's get more insight on the situation. And then we are going to hear from the owner of CJ's Lounge, his side of the story, and then we'll get back to the commentary. Check this out.
Video surfaces of a man police say might have been a victim of a hate crime. This happened after officers say an intoxicated man walked into a Marshall County club and used the N-word when referring to the patrons.
Investigators say that the bar is also a problem spot. They say that they respond to it several times every weekend.
Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson is live outside CJ's Lounge on Memphis Street in Holly Springs. So Daniel, how is this man police are calling a victim?
Daryl and Darcy, good evening to you. Good evening to you at home. They say he didn't go to the hospital until today. He believes he may have a broken jaw. Meanwhile, CJ's Lounge is now closed. Police say that they were operating without a beer or a business license.
Holly Springs police say cell phone footage they provided to Fox 13 News shows a Tippah County man who has been stripped naked. They say the people who attacked him are seen pouring on him what investigators believe to be beer. Officers say seconds before, they hit, kicked, and stomped nearly every part of his body.
The guy walked in and he was very aggressive.
Miles Stone says he was at CJ's Lounge on Memphis Street late Saturday night into Sunday morning.
Other guys in the area was listening, trying to remain calm. We asked them, they asked for him to leave quietly.
But police say the man continued to call the patrons the N-word. Holly Springs police provided another video of the man outside the bar, speaking erratically, throwing what investigators believe to be gang signs.
When they was scuffling and stuff outside, he was still trying to fight. He still was saying the N-word, N-word. Man, F-U-Ns, F-U-Ns.
Officers say the attackers used poles and sticks to beat him.
So you don't think this is a problem spot?
I do not think. I think it's a positive spot.
But Holly Springs police disagree. The police chief estimates they've been to some 30 calls over the last 3 months CJ's has been open. They say there have been fights, guns found inside, and a man shot in the foot. The chief tells me they're pushing the district attorney to declare it a nuisance.
I'm not standing for anything like that. However, we have to live with our choices, and he made a choice by going into there aggressively, and he has to live with the choice he's made.
Back out live here in Marshall County. Again, you're taking a look at that letter that was placed on the door. We should mention that police tell us right now they have a person of interest who they would like to speak with. Meanwhile, if you were here, you have information, you're asked to call the Holly Springs Police Department. Well, what does the victim remember about what happened? I'm working on that part of the story for Fox 13 News at 6. DG.
That is Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson live in Holly Springs. Thank you, Daniel.
Now, by no means at all, by any means, this sub right here is a victim. He went in there to victimize, and now his ass is playing the victim. I get so tired of this. And then the thing is this. Law enforcement there in Holly Springs want to now come down on this club. Now, if this club was all of that, you understand, like they claim it was, why didn't they close this place down in the first place? You see what I mean? Long before this incident even happened. You see what I'm saying? This is how I know this is all bullshit. But let's listen to this brother's his take on it, and then we'll complete the commentary. Check this out.
Live. Listen, the owner of CJ's Lounge. I had to come all the way from Chicago to deal with this BS, man. So I'm gonna say this. I got video footage, me, from the establishment. I'm at the Hurls Police Department because they harassing me. They harassing my establishment. You did? For one, they sent me a letter. No, let me say this. No, I ain't closing nothing. I'm staying open. I ain't closing nothing. I'm staying open. I had to come here and look at my tapes. And then I see on the news yesterday from Channel 13 that the police chief of Hurls Springs told the Channel 13 news that they got over 30 calls from this establishment, that they got guns out of my establishment, that underage girls been in my establishment, but ain't nothing documented. They enter my establishment without search warrants. They have not got guns from my establishment. If they got guns from my establishment and they got drugs from my establishment, how come nobody's been arrested? Nobody's been arrested. It's not documented. Nothing is documented. So people coming from my establishment for any wrongdoing. And they saying fights and so forth, all that happens behind my gate in the city park. The Holly Springs Police Department investigated. They never asked to even see my tapes. Now look, he gonna go and do him a little shuffle back on the dance floor. He having him a good time. Nobody told him he couldn't come in there. Nobody disrespecting him. He had him a good time. Ain't no such thing as I'm gonna say, ain't no such thing as the white people can't come in here in CJ's. We got white people that come in here, we got Hispanics that come in here, we got all races that come in here. We ain't exclude nobody to come enjoy themselves. And just so y'all can know, this is off my camera system. Never touched him for using the N-word. I'm gonna show y'all when he got touched. My dope man trying to keep him calm. He's upset because it's time to go. Leaves out the door, immediately come back in and check out the footage.
Now, did that man look like a victim? Did he look like the victim? No, he was in there victimizing. You see what I'm saying? He went in there calling them people the N-word and what have you. They calmly put him out of the establishment. He came back with violence. You see what I'm saying? And as you can see, he was outside the establishment. They still didn't really, correct him when they put him out. Because he was outside the establishment before they decided to correct him, study calling them the N-word and flashing gang signs. You see what I'm saying? And it's also said that CJ's Lounge right here had only been, open for 3 months, but he had been open for like 3 years. That's what has been said. You see what I'm saying? So the police department is lying, clearly. You know what I mean? And we see that for ourselves. You see what I'm saying? And hey, the city there, I don't know what's going on at CJ's Lounge, but according to the owner right here, they lying. You see what I'm saying? And I tend to believe him simply because if these things was actually occurring, and all these statements that you said and accusations that you said was happening at CJ's Lounge, You should have been slapped a close sign on this particular club right here. You see what I mean? You didn't do it. You waited till this idiot, this racist subhuman piece of shit went in there and started calling people the N-word, and then came back when they asked him to put him out, came back and attacked someone. So he get what he get. He got made an example of, and rightfully so. He had no business in there doing what he done. Let this be a lesson to the rest of you racists out there who think that you can just come in somebody else's establishment or invade somebody else's space, calling them the N-word, being disrespectful, and thinking you're going to get away with it. No, you're not. You're not. More than likely, something like this is going to happen to you, or even worse. Who knows? Because as far as I'm concerned, he's lucky, regardless of what they say happened to him. He's lucky that's all that happened to him. See? Because if he had his ass somewhere else minding his business and leaving other folks alone, this never would have happened to him. That's just what it all boils down to. But that's all I got on this for people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular situation right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. Make sure that you like and share and subscribe. Okay? I'm interested in hearing your views on it and everything. That's if you can comment, but what have you. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.